Hi, and welcome back to Learning About Theme. This is day 4, and as I get ready to share my screen, I want you to think about what we have discussed about theme so far this week. So let's look. This is theme day 4, identify theme. Again, our learning target is I can recognize and identify a theme or lesson of a fictional text using key details for support. So I went ahead and created a theme word cloud with all the words we have discussed about theme this week. And I did this, the website is down here at the bottom. Oops. I went to abcya.com and made a word cloud. So you can see I put in theme. It is universal. It is the moral. It is the message or the lesson. It's what the character can learn or how the character changes. We're looking at the conflict and the resolution. Could be a poem. It's the author's message. We're thinking about the topic. Problem is another word for conflict. And then I realized I forgot some words, so I went back and made another one. So theme, it's our background knowledge. It could be stated. It might tell you directly in there. You might have to infer it using your background knowledge and the text evidence. You have to figure out what the theme is, and you have to use key supporting details. Another way I thought to look at it is theme. It's what the author wants you to get from the reading, the message, the moral, or the lesson. You consider the topic, and then ask yourself, what did the author want us to know about the topic? I have a typo right there, sorry about that. And story elements, you're considering the story elements in the plot. The plot is the events in the story, including the conflict and the resolution. So looking at the character, did the character grow or change? Was there a lesson the character learned? The conflict and the problem, and the solution or the resolution, how did the story end up? So we are going to identify a theme today in Giraffe Problems by Jory John. And this is going to be read by me today. I am going to read to you Giraffe Problems. So I want you to think for a second, what problems might a giraffe have? Why would a giraffe have problems? So this is Giraffe Problems, written by Jory John, illustrated by Lane Smith. I feel bad about my neck. I do. I can't help it. So there, where is his problem? His neck. It's too long, too bendy, too narrow, too dopey, too patterned, too stretchy, too high, too lofty, too necky. Yes, my neck is too necky. Everybody stares at it. This guy, that guy, him, her, them, whatever that is, her again. Feels like everybody is staring at his neck. Yep, I feel bad about my neck. I've tried dressing it up. I've added a scarf, 2 scarves, a bundle of scarves, a mountain of scarves. I've tried bow ties and regular ties and both. I've tried hiding it away. I've used shrubs. Shrubs is another word for bushes. I've hung out in ditches. I've stood behind trees. I've spent time in the river. Other animals that have necks that just work. Take a gander is a look. Take a gander at this zebra's neck. Stripes always look good. So classic. Quit staring at me. Or gaze, there's another word for look, lots of synonyms. Gaze upon this elephant's neck. Strong and powerful and graceful. Stop talking about me. Do you think everybody's really worried about Giraffe's neck, or does he just feel that way? Or glimpse, look at that, another word for look. Or glimpse this lion whose neck is adorned with a glorious mane of flowing locks. What a sight, how inspiring. Why can't I have a neck like that? Are you always this loud? My mom always said I should be proud of my neck. She said other animals would love to have a neck like this. Yeah, right. No offense, Mom, but nobody wants this neck. It's a neck only a mother could love. It makes me want to hide until the sun sets. Sheesh. Good evening. And there he is, laid across the turtle. Turtle says, good evening. I've been admiring your neck from afar. Oh, how I wish my neck looked like yours. I'd get so much done in a day. And here's Giraffe complaining that nobody would want his neck. And here is Turtle, who would like a neck like Giraffe. Goodness, I can only imagine all the reaching and grabbing and looking around I'd do. I'd accomplish many of my goals for sure. Meanwhile, I'm saddled with this little excuse for a neck. Here, watch me try to stretch it out. Ugh, see, that's about as far as it goes. Pathetic, right? I'm basically neckless. Sigh. You feel bad about your neck too? Yep. Huh. I'm Cyrus, by the way. That's Turtle. I'm Edward. It's lovely to meet you, Cyrus. So here's Cyrus the turtle. Now we know the giraffe is named Edward. Can I tell you something else, Edward? Of course, Cyrus. He looks a little worried to be saying it, but there is a hill in the distance, which you can surely see from your great vantage. I've stood on that very hill for 7 straight days now, staring skyward, watching as a single piece of fruit, a lone banana, slowly changed from green to yellow, ripening. I've endured windy nights and unseasonably brisk mornings, brisk meaning a little bit chilly, with very little sleep as I waited and waited, hoping against hope that the fruit would drop before me so I could sample its sweetness and nourish myself in the process. Yet day after day, I felt like such a fool as I stretched my neck towards those greedy branches, only to be limited by my own physical shortcomings. So poor Turtle has waited 7 days, an entire week, for this one banana. You want a banana from a tree? That's what I said, yes. Well, here you go. Whoomp. Oh, you did it. You made it look so easy. Munch, 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 munch. Delectable. There's a synonym for delicious. So that's what a banana tastes like, huh? It was worth the wait. Look how happy he looks. Edward, face it, your neck is impressive and allows you to do amazing things. For instance, you just solved my week-long banana dilemma in 10 seconds. Well, thank you, Cyrus. I think you have a swell neck too. It's elegant and dignified, and it works well with your shell. That means a great deal to me, Edward. Say, do you like bow ties, Cyrus? I'm not sure, Edward. I've very little experience with them. You look wonderful, Cyrus, as do you, Edward. I feel good about our necks, Edward. Thank you, Cyrus. For once, so do I. Yes, for once, so do I. The Giraffe Problems by Jory John. So let's go back. So let's think about this. Oh, what was the topic of giraffe problems? The main topic was necks, right? But the ability to do things could be a topic as well. They were both talking about what they could or couldn't do with their neck. What was the conflict, the problem? Take a second. Think about Edward, who was the giraffe, didn't like his neck, right? There wasn't really something wrong, but Edward thought there was, right? He didn't like his neck, and for him, that was a conflict. Resolution. How'd the story end up? Cyrus, the turtle, tells Edward how much he admires his neck, right? Cyrus starts telling Edward how great his neck is. Edward's neck becomes useful to grab a banana from the top of a tree, right? So Cyrus is telling him how great his neck is. Edward starts to see how great his neck is. And how did the character change or grow? How did Edward change or grow through the story? So by the end of the story, Edward felt good about his neck. At the beginning, he's trying to hide it, right? Can you remember the ways he tried to hide? Covered it in scarves. He tried hiding in a ditch so only his head stuck out. He tried hiding behind trees. But by the end, he's wearing one bow tie and proudly displaying it, right? So what did he learn? Think about that. What did Edward learn? He learned that even if he doesn't like his neck, others do like it. He thought nobody could want a neck like him, but Cyrus did, right? Cyrus couldn't get his neck out to reach the banana. He was wishing for a neck like Edward's. So even if he didn't like it, others did. His neck is useful, right? It works for him. So come up with a theme. Come up with a theme. We know Edward learned that his neck had benefits, that even if he didn't like it, others liked it. Now, we want our theme to be universal. We want it to not have character names. So we're not going to talk about giraffe. We're not going to talk about Cyrus or turtle. So what is a theme? Did you have something along the lines of find the good in yourself? Don't focus on the negative, right? Find the good. Edward was so focused on not liking his neck that he couldn't see what was good about it. About accept yourself for who you are. Accept yourself. Edward learned to accept his neck. He might not like how it looks, but it's useful. It does have benefits, right? It's not so bad. It's not as bad as he thought. So find the good in yourself. Accept yourself for who you are. And was there a second theme? Remember, we've said that a story might have more than one theme. And we haven't talked about this yet so far this week, but was there a second theme in this book? Did somebody else have a conflict? Who else had a conflict? Cyrus had a conflict. What was Cyrus's conflict in this story? He couldn't reach the banana. Couldn't reach it. And he waited and he waited and waited. And how was it resolved? Edward with his long neck came along, right? So a second theme. Something good is worth the wait. And what are our key details that tell us that something good is worth the wait? If we go back into our story, remember, it's always a good idea to go back into your story. He said, it was worth the wait. So that's what a banana tastes like, huh? It's delectable. And how long did he wait? An entire week, right? He waits day after day for the banana. He sees it ripen. It started off green and it turned yellow. And he finally gets to taste it when Edward gets it for him. So something good is worth the wait. If he had just walked away, would he have ever known what that banana tasted like? No. And he was so excited about it. It was so good. So he was extremely happy that he had waited a whole week to get that banana. So something good is worth the wait. The banana was delectable. So your turn now to complete one of the activities on the choice board that you have not yet completed, or go back and repeat one if you want, your choice. And I am going to show you. So if you enjoyed Giraffe Problems, there is also Penguin Problems by Jory John. Penguin Problems. So this book has a great theme as well. So if you ever have a chance, see if you can find Penguin Problems. Look at the theme in that one. What problems might a penguin have? And I will see you for one more day of theme tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.